All right. Give Wingate a lot of credit. I thought they came in, they played a dominant game tonight. They were clearly the better team, and we're not going to sit here and cry. We're not going to sit here and take away credit from them. They came in, they outworked us, they out-hustled us, they made a lot of shots, they did a fantastic job. And I think that's the mark. I know one thing we've talked about is just at this point of the year, we're a 23-7 ball club at the moment. We were 12-17 last year, 9-17 the year before, and I think a lot of it comes down to experience. We're very fortunate. This is our sixth NCAA tournament appearance in 8 years, and more than anything, well, I'm not happy with how we played. I appreciate the girls' efforts. I appreciate everything this team has done to restore Lander back to the level we've become accustomed to. And it's a team that at the end of the day had zero postseason experience, conference tournament, NCAA tournament, and sometimes there's only one way to get experience. You've got to get there. And so, we can talk a lot about the game, and I'm sure we'll have some questions about that I probably don't want to answer because it wasn't pretty. But we got kicked on the floor. We got out-hustled. The post-game was bad. And we can get into all those things, and all those things are correct. They're all true. But at the end of the day, I'm proud of the girls. I'm proud of them getting us where we got to. We're in the NCAA tournament, one of the top 8 teams in the region. We just kind of have to learn how to be winners again. And I thought they did a good job of taking a step forward. 16-3 in the Peach Belt is no small feat, and we were very proud of them doing that. But Wingate was phenomenal. You look at Kelly Bonner, it just shot the ball, lights out. If we left her open, she was there. And at the end of the day, they're experienced players. Their shooter makes plays. Their post game just went through us all night long. Chantel Dunbar is a phenomenal player, outworked us thoroughly, no matter who we put on her. I was proud of Bree Crum, who did a phenomenal job at the mismatch. She scored for us, and while we were giving up a lot to Dunbar, we were able to attack her on the offensive end with a little bit of a mismatch with Bree Crum. But at the end of the day, Wingate outplayed us in just about every aspect. And so we'll pack up, we'll go home, and we'll try and rebound from this and come back next year. And I really hope the bar is going to be set as a win or two, and that's what we're looking for. Unfortunately, the bar is still win one game in the NCAA tournament for this team. But I'd rather have it winning a game in the NCAA tournament than where it's been the last year. So I'm thankful for the girls. We appreciate the effort, and we'll move on.
A couple things we talked about, the last couple weeks was, an older team with seniors, you never know how they're going to react when you back in the corner. They had 6 seniors. And then we also talked about, playoff experience, and, just knowing how to play in the postseason, which the type of effort it takes. And they were in here earlier talking about the effort they gave. So, just how big was that experience edge, I guess, that they knew what it took?
I thought it was huge. I thought it was the difference. I really did. Our kids, we tried to simulate as much as we could in practice, and it's hard. I think it's one of the most frustrating things as a coach. I've been to 8 NCAA tournaments in my 13 years as a head coach, and trying to give them some of the knowledge about what we've been through, and seeing them and seeing, okay, they're not getting it, and trying everything we could. And that's something as a coach I'm going to have to find. I was unable to really get that across to them and get them to the level I needed to get them to today, and that's on me. And that's a challenge I was facing with them. I think you and I talked. We had one of the worst weeks of practice leading up to this. We just struggled. We lost Portia McCray. He was a kid who played 20 minutes for us, and then I can't remember who I told. I don't know if Andrew, you and I talked about this, but we said coming to the game, the one thing that can't happen is Brashay Johnson cannot get in foul trouble to start the game off, and because her sub is gone now, and our other 2 post players here, Kendrick and Brianna Gibson, just had a pretty poor week of practice. And we didn't want to have to go that route. And then sure enough, I don't know what the time is, 4 or 5 minutes in the game, Shay gets her second foul. We're going to the bench, and now it's just getting rough. And, we were getting out rebounded regardless from that, but we lost our one true post presence we brought with us up to Gaffney. And that really hurt. But I think you touched on it. I think Wingate's absolutely right. Their effort was phenomenal. They outworked us. They came in with a very good understanding of what they had to do to win this game. And their senior players, you look at Brittany Hill, who I know had been battling a back injury, just plays her tail off. What year is Tricoli and the other shooter, Bonner? Are they seniors?
They said they had 6. I don't have.
Yeah, I know Dunbar is a senior. Like I said, phenomenal player. I think the other one, 24, Bertrand, another good post player, is a senior. But they did. They came in and showed their experience off, and we struggled. You look at Mylea McKenneth, who's been doing better for us, and terrible first half. I'm so disappointed for Erica Judge, who's been a really good player for us, might be our team MVP, and she just has a poor game tonight. She's open, she can't make a shot, and they're coming down and they're making shots. But like I said, in Erica's defense, it's her first NCAA tournament game, and it's kind of hard to prepare a player for that.
Yeah, you mentioned getting out rebounded at 52-27 is
brutal.
A massive difference. What impact does that have on the game?
Well, it does a couple things. One, when you're getting beat, everyone in the arena can feel the hustle, and the rebounds just magnify that. So when you see the rebounds piling up, you're getting outworked, and you feel you're getting outworked. When they get twice as many offensive rebounds as we're getting, in a game like this, you can't necessarily control how you shoot the ball. There's certain things you can't control, but you can control your effort. And so when there's a big game, every coach wants to see their team controlling just that. You want to come out, you want to play hard, and you want to give it the maximum effort. And so when you see Wingate coming out giving maximum effort, and you look at Lander, and it's, not a very strong effort. And that right there, I know at least from a coaching standpoint, is very disappointing because that's something we can control. And as coaches, we try to prepare our players to be ready and to come out with a big game mentality. And, at Lander, we've got a pretty darn good record in the NCAA tournament. We've had a lot of success in there. And we kept trying to push those buttons to get these players to come out and do just that, to control what we can control. But, you've seen us a lot this year. We have struggled to shoot the basketball. Mm-hmm. And so when you're struggling to shoot the basketball and you're getting outworked, it's a pretty poor combination.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thank you.